Yeah.
Christmas special.
Yeah.
Everybody. Christmas special time. Sketchbook heroes are back. No. Just lucky we don't have headphones.
Yep.
Earphones.
Headphones.
That was confusing.
Yes.
I'm like, is
Earphones.
it earphones or headphones?
Headphones.
What are earplugs and headphones?
Headphones. Cocaine.
Good Christmas gift.
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 Christmas gifts. The gift that keeps on gifting.
This is so weird.
Yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
like, you're too far away, dude. I can't hear you, man.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have headphones today, so it's
No
a
fun.
bit weird. But also not entirely dead inside, like last week. Slowly getting back to a normal human.
So you say.
Yes. No. Like, physically, I'm still fucking tired. Like, I have about 4 hours in me, and then it just,
So
I'm
grab an
exhausted.
energy drink before you start fucking, and then
Yes.
maybe you won't be fucking tired anymore.
Ah,
Hey.
ba-dum-bum, psh. That was actually very, very...
Tired, yes.
Yes. Like, I want to praise you for it, but it's also shit, so...
You're welcome.
Welcome back to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilyas.
And me, Robert.
And yeah, this is the Christmas special.
So we'll try to keep it special.
Special like us.
Derp, derp.
Derp, derp, derp. Buy derps to everyone. So we're going to recommend some of the stuff that we like for you to buy, people you like for Christmas. Makes perfect sense, I think.
Yeah, actually it does. Yeah. I was like, is that?
Yeah.
That sounds really right. Yes.
Cool. See?
But yeah.
When I'm not tired, entirely tired, mentally tired.
See.
It's all good.
Yes. Yeah, so we're going to try to keep it kind of brief.
Yeah.
And so you
Like
guys
my
have
briefs.
time.
No, just kidding. It was terrible.
So you have time to buy those Christmas presents. Yeah. No, so I think we've structured this more or less the same way we normally do our episodes. So we will be doing El Topico, which is kind of the stuff we recommend you to buy.
El Porcheso.
And then we're going to do a retro special
Mm-hmm.
with stuff we recommend you to buy.
So it's buy, more buy.
It's bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Lots of buy.
Yeah, lots of buy. So with those buys,
Buys.
let's
Lots of puns here.
yeah, let's go intro song.
Let's go intro
Let's start
song.
this.
Very good. Thank you for listening. Discord and Sketchbook Heroes. Max and the Verket. Goodbye.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook heroes, imagination burning. Sketchbook heroes, sketchbook hero pick up. Sketchbook heroes, they don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook heroes.
And we're back. And it's better than ever.
Back on
This
the escalator.
holiday,
Yes.
the Sketchbook Heroes
Are not buying you anything, but telling you
to buy other stuff.
everything. Yeah. Yeah, so did we have like a structure for
Yes,
this?
the structure is we are unstructured, but I have notes. The notes are unstructured.
Fantastic. Yes.
Very cool.
Very much thumbs up.
All the thumbs of up.
All the thumbs.
So
Thumbs.
my notes say, holidays, bitches. That's great. Great note.
End of notes.
That would be good. Oh shit, I almost threw the notes away. the terrible notes were almost thrown away.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, first aid kit? But
Yeah,
that's not
first-
what it says. First art kit. That's what it
First
says.
art kit.
So we're going to start with the youngins.
The younglings.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if you have young people in your life that like to draws,
Or that you want to force to draws.
exactly. But I would say it's always better to kind of, light, sort of like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't like Sparta kick them into it. Just like light nudge.
Yeah,
over
but
the
I'm
cliff.
thinking like if they have an interest, try to sort of find out what that interest is
Yeah.
and attack it from that angle.
So you're actually recommending people like talk to their kids?
No,
No.
just spy on them from afar.
Nice. Yeah.
Just to see what they like,
Nanny
what kind
cam.
of games they play. Exactly.
Yeah.
Give them a teddy bear with a camera on their birthday, and then on Christmas,
Dude, that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah.
But yeah, so the first thing that we wrote was just like something super basic.
Yeah.
As a kid, I always got, those like those pencil cases that had like the wide range of, like soft to hard
Graphite.
pencils, graphite
Yeah,
pencils. Yeah.
same. And I still have that today
Yeah, I
because
gave
that's how
mine
much
away
I
just a while
used
back.
it.
Yeah.
No, and I got it from my auntie, and it was like it felt so special when I got it.
It's because it comes in like a metal box.
Exactly.
There's some nice art on the cover.
Yeah, and that's again because she was always the one that nurtured the artist in me,
Mm.
and then started complaining about me always drawing from reference. So fuck her. But but still, like she always gave me art supplies as a kid, and I cherished those more than most things that I got because everything else was just, toys that you play with for a little bit and then they were boring. But yeah, some of those I still have to this day, and like I must have been maybe 6 or 7 when I got that first pencil
Mhm.
box.
Yeah.
Plus it had a cool image on the front that I drew from many a times.
Yes, same here.
Yes. So yeah, that's a great tip.
But I think it introduces you to, like the different fucking pencils there are.
Yeah.
Like the hardness, the hard to soft.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in sort of kindergarten or
Mm.
first years of school, like the markers that you have in school are not that good.
Dog shit.
Yeah, and then you get to try the ones that you get from your cool auntie or uncle or mom and dad, and your mind is blown.
Exactly. And that takes us sort of to the next evolution of pencils, which is color pencils.
Yes, and this is, I think, probably an even better thing.
I think this is way better because it kind of like kids love color.
Yeah,
Most of them.
most kids don't know how to use all the different range of graphite
No.
pens.
But I think
You
it's
just want
fun to
one
play
that
around
use-
with them because I really like the blacks you could get with that, like the really soft ones, like
Yeah.
for no effort, basically.
But I mean, you always use just the HB pen,
Dude,
like in
always.
the
HB, like the early
Maybe-
H is basically
yeah,
like
exactly.
2.
2B maybe,
Yeah.
or not 2B.
Yeah. HB. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, color pencils.
color pencils, though.
And yeah, we
there are,
always recommend the Faber-Castell. I can never pronounce it. Is it
it's
Faber?
German, so.
Faber. Faber-Castell.
Faber-Castell.
Castell.
Kassler, yeah.
Kassler.
Yeah, Kassler. Faber-Castler.
Yeah.
Faber-Castler.
Faber?
Faber-Castler.
Oh my
But,
god.
yeah. So the German Castle pens.
Yeah.
No.
Those are always good.
But those are really good. And the Polychromo series are, I think, the best.
Yeah.
Like, I really, I bought other ones, but those are the ones that I keep coming back to.
Yeah.
And I bought the big pack.
I have the kind of I guess the small pack. It's 10 of them, I think.
Yeah.
Just the basic colors. And they last forever.
They do.
like
Unless you do like me and you need them really,
I
really
mean, the white
sharp
one.
all the time.
the white one, that's the one that always goes.
Oh, man. Sky blue as well for me is
Yeah,
one
But
that...
I'm like, how often do you really use color pencils?
now?
Yeah.
Depends on your style, I guess. And that's why I wanted to sort of like
pens.
check what your kids are doing and then buy that shit.
The
you know,
pens.
the pens.
Yeah. Yeah, buy the pens.
Buy the pens.
It depends on the
The
pens,
pens
that you buy.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. God
Very
damn.
funny. Very funny joke. I love that you did it
Like,
several times.
yeah. Just to really rub it in,
Mhm.
erase it in.
And also buy... Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So tired.
No, but... fucking idiot. But yeah, the Faber-Castell, like you can't go wrong with them.
And that's just a trusted brand in
it's
general.
a trusted brand.
So, like, it doesn't have to be the polychromos.
No.
Like, any type of
like they have
Faber-Castells.
but they have the aquarelle sort of color pencils as well.
Yeah.
Where you can like smudge or like
Use
mix
water.
them with water.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, like it's a fun thing. Like for me, that's more gimmicky.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people use it though, so it's not gimmicky for them.
But it's good for
I
kids, I think, because
think
it
it's a
adds an
fun-
extra thing to
Exactly,
painting.
without it being overly complex.
I remember having those when I was
Dude,
a kid, and I
same,
loved it.
Yeah,
And
now
I
I'm
didn't
just
know
like,
you could use water with them in the beginning.
Oh,
So when I
okay.
found out about that, it
Okay.
just like, like a whole different use for the same pens that I've been using for like a year. So it was really cool.
Mm.
And like finding that out yourself, kind of.
No. For me, it was like on the box. It just like I only had that
You can
really
read.
small box, with like five. No, it was an image.
Okay.
But I had this like really tiny box. It only had like five pens in it, like the little metal box, and it was just like it had this sort of. There was this color pen, and then it was like a brush, sort of like spreading it with water.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of a giveaway that you could.
Yeah, that was on mine too. Well,
Idiot.
yeah.
Well, all kids are different, and
Yeah.
you were stupid, so it's cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
But color pencils, there's like a wide range. I would say, don't go for really cheap art supplies.
No.
Like the ones that are. I had these color pencils that would kind of like you would paint, and then suddenly they would scratch.
Yeah.
Because they don't have like. They're not true color pencils. You know what I mean? They're
And it's
rubbish.
and they're so like they're a little bit harder than the other
Yes,
ones, so
exactly.
it's like you don't
get
get the
same
color out.
Yeah, you don't
and
get
they're
the color
super
out.
light, and it's just
You know what it feels like? It
Shit.
feels like taking
Bad
like
quality.
a normal colored like any type of wood with color on it, and then you drag the edge of it, so you get kind of like a color pencil thing out, but it just like leaves a tint
mark.
of that color. Yeah.
oh yeah, and
That's
then
what
it
it
goes
feels like.
through like 5 papers.
No, but it's just like they're so bad, the really cheap brands. So
Yeah.
so go for something medium brand. Like
Exactly.
you can't go wrong with like Derwent, Faber-Castell. What's the American Prismacolor?
Yeah, Prisma. Yeah,
Prismacolor has gotten worse, I've heard.
yeah.
They've
I haven't
cheapened down
been-
their process.
I haven't been happy with any of the latest ones that I bought.
Yeah,
So for me, it's
I have a couple,
Faber-Castell.
but I never use them.
Yeah.
But not to say that they're bad. They're bad to different people. The
Yeah.
people that use them, from the get go, to sort of like how they are now. That's the difference. I
Yeah.
think they can notice it. I probably couldn't, but
No.
I think
No, but
what I
it-
like about the Faber-Castell ones is they don't break.
No.
Like I drop the fucking like newly sharpened. I drop it on the floor. Nothing. Just sharpening the fucking Prismacolor.
Snap.
Dude, you need a special fucking sharpener to sharpen them.
Yeah.
I'm just
I hate
like
that too.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah. But I mean, all of this, of course, it depends on the age of the kid as well. If it's
course.
like one of the super younglings, then it doesn't matter because they're going to
It really doesn't matter. I would just make sure that the pens you buy, like, are like the color that they sort of put on paper is there. Because that was super frustrating for me as a kid, and it's super discouraging.
Yeah.
If the tool is a problem, you know what I mean? Like, just buy something. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to work.
Yeah.
Like if it's red color, make sure it's red and not light pink. And then
Or
the more you
orange,
press,
yeah.
nothing happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
I think that is why my kids have such a, like they have a lot of the pens that I don't use that are still good pens. Like that's what they use.
Yeah.
Because it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
just-
quality stuff will last.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I think moving on from that to next level is probably markers then.
yeah, markers is the next level. Like if you notice that your kid kind of loves, using different type of ink stuff, like markers are the perfect. And there's like a level and a price range for everyone.
Oh, yes. And
Yeah.
this, I think, really, if you do have a kid that really, really loves to draw and has that interest, then
Yeah.
I would say go for the high roller brand, the more expensive
Definitely.
stuff, because that will encourage the kid to draw even more. If they're anything like us, it was always like if we got something with proper quality and with that price tag, you just felt like you were a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like, but you need to also let them know how good it is.
Yeah.
But,
Sell it in.
yeah. No, but yeah, like we talked about this earlier, but you have all of these different brands. I think the main two ones are Winsor & Newton's Pro Markers versus the Copics.
Yeah.
Pro Markers are really great if you're just starting out. They're okay priced and they last forever, kind of, until they run out, I guess. The upside of Copics compared to Pro Markers are the refillability, that you can buy refills for each and every marker that you get.
Yeah.
And that is like forever lasting.
Yeah.
One of
I've
those
had mine,
refills
yeah.
lasts forever, so you're going to
They've
be able
gotten
to...
a bit smaller, though. We complained about
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but still, they last forever.
And it's also a cool little process. Like, but I would also, again, if the kid is a little bit older, because it is a bit tricky to refill, so you might be able to, or you might have to help them in the beginning, because there are different ways to refill.
But the cool thing about those as well is, like, if you break the nib, if you, like, there are spare markers. You know, there are nibs, there are the body. You could buy everything.
Yeah.
Like, all the parts
Exactly.
can be replaced. So
It's like Iron Man, but for
no,
markers.
but I mean, like, if you start off as a young kid and you're pressing a bit extra hard and you're breaking them over time, not a problem, because you can replace the nibs.
Yeah.
It's all, like, when you can buy, like, new nibs for, like, $4 or $5 or whatever the fuck they cost. You know, and you don't get one, you get several, you know.
Exactly.
So
And whereas Pro Markers, it's the one that you get.
The one you
That's-
break and then you
that's
use it and then you throw it away,
Yeah.
which is kind of a waste if you're going to keep using that tool, you
Exactly.
know.
So, but I would definitely go Pro Marker first, just to get used to.
Definitely.
Markers.
I wouldn't go and invest, because, like, 72 Copic markers are, you know, like, it's like $500
It's a month's
or something.
rent.
Yeah. So depending on the country you live in. And
Yeah.
also, again, with buying expensive, like, the only reason we say that is because I've had my Copics for 20 years.
Same here.
And they, like, the ones I haven't used that much still work. Like, I haven't refilled any of them. I don't even have refills for those yet.
No, same.
So they last forever. They will last you from when you were a kid to when you're, like, old.
They're gonna last until the ink is dried up, or not dried up,
Dude,
out. Like, you
yeah.
get every drop of ink out of that marker.
Dude, I
It's
have
amazing.
markers that are older than that because I bought them from an older fellow, and he's had them since, you know, I don't even know, like.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but I
so
mean, that
they
again, that
last.
is quality.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you,
they're
with,
really good.
with Copics, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
But
I would say, if your budget is for the cheaper stuff, or your kid is like mine, where they just like, you know, like they just like jump from one to another, it might not be worth getting Copics. Then, like, how to choose from the cheaper brands is buy whatever.
Yeah.
I've never tried. Like, I've tried, like, so many brands, like the Winsor & Newton ones. If you have those in your country, there's Spectrum, there's Touch markers, there's Tria markers. Like, there are so many brands.
Yep.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Like, I've never bought any of the brands and was disappointed in any way. No, they're all fucking good.
Yeah.
It's just that once they're out, and you have to toss the whole thing.
And the cheaper you go, the cheaper they're gonna be. Like,
But I've never had a problem with that cheapness, though. Like, I've
for me,
never had, like...
I had that. I don't remember the brand's name because I hate them so much. But I got
What color was it?
just all different types. So they're sort of triangular in the shape of the body rather than square and round like the other ones. And they also have, like, some rivets on them, so, like, the grip is really nice. They fit well in your hand, but they dry out super quickly.
No.
But they were also, like, I think $1 each or something, super duper cheap.
Okay.
And I just went for the cheaper brands when I was studying in Australia, so I did that as a test. And these ones were really good, but they only lasted for a couple of weeks, and then that was it.
What?
So
Okay, I've
but-
never had...
They I think they
So
were called
cheap.
like Draw or some cheapish
okay.
thing like that.
Yeah.
Draw markers.
Dry markers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But they were, like, you couldn't get them in a pack. They were all single.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
I think, I don't know, probably not that easy to find.
But then you don't have to worry about buying
Exactly.
the wrong ones.
But just saying that I've experienced bad markers too.
Yeah, and like I don't think it's that common though.
No.
So I would say just buy whatever, like preferably lighter colors.
Yeah.
I think just going into it, and if you're gonna go for Copics, I would say always look for a sketch tip,
Yes.
like a brush tip on the pens, because the rest is not great. You want
No.
that thick chisel, and then you want the brush tip, like a long, thin tip, because they're awesome.
Yeah. And I think just the feel of those. So the Copics come into different shapes, probably more that I don't even know.
Yeah,
of.
there's Copic, Chow, Sketch, and regular,
Yeah,
basically.
regular is the square one, and Sketch is oval shaped,
Yeah.
and those are the really
The
nice
preferable ones.
Yeah. And what was the other one? Chow?
Chow is it's
is
more
the
like for
thicker
kids.
ones?
No,
No.
it's really thin ones.
Oh, okay.
So they look like a normal like pen, like a
Okay.
ink pen.
All right.
And they have they don't carry as much ink, but they're also refillable.
Oh, okay.
Although they don't.
Don't
what do you
hold
call-
as much ink. Or?
Yeah, but they also don't sort of what do you call it? They don't. They don't say that you can refill them,
Oh, okay. But you can't.
but
because
you
it's
can.
the same.
Yes, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just because the ink refill is like a little nozzle,
Mhm.
and then you just drip it on the nib.
Yeah.
And the nib absorbs the ink into the pen.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's one way
that's
to.
how I normally
that's how I
refill
do it
mine
as
too.
well.
It's just easier.
It's easier and faster.
Yeah.
So you can do that with them as well. They have the same technology behind them.
Okay.
So Chow is the Copic, the cheapest version of Copic, I think, and
Okay.
it's aimed towards kids, and manga and all that stuff.
All
right. But worth looking into.
Definitely. All right. So going from Copics and markers, I think Sketchbooks is probably the next.
It isn't because as kids they don't really care about that stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But it's always fun to, I've given my kids sketchbooks and they're really excited and then
Yeah.
they draw on paper, so they don't really care. Like
But I
they
get-
want the loose sketches. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they want like a finished piece.
Yeah.
That's
but,
my kids at least.
So, maybe I think the next
The
tip
next
from us would probably be
how to draw books.
yes,
is what
that-
we wrote. Yeah.
that is definitely a good way to go.
Yeah.
I really appreciated the ones that I got that were good,
Yeah. Same here.
because there's a lot of them out there.
There's
Super duper cheap
so,
ones and
so
super
many.
duper awesome ones.
Yeah.
So I got the How to Draw Marvel comics, or How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way is
Yeah.
what the book is called, and it's by Stan Lee, and it's just fun to read, easy to understand, and really takes you through anatomy and perspective, and all the way to how to actually do a comic book. So for me as a comic book geek, it was my Bible, and I loved it. I know you don't really agree with me on
no,
this
but
one.
it's
but
not that. It's that the style does not hold up to what kids are used
oh
to
yeah,
today.
no, it's
So
it's old
that's
school.
why.
It's
super
definitely
old school. So if they don't understand old
No.
school, like it's hard. It's a hard sell. I think.
Yeah.
That's why I always say find out what your kid likes. If they like drawing animals,
Then
give
get
them a
the-
book
yeah.
about how to draw animals. Because you had
Yeah.
remember the ones you
Those
had?
were the ones we
were-
started with.
Dude,
and-
remember how thin and perfect they were?
Yeah.
Like they were like these super
just
thin
really,
books.
really thin. How to draw like different cat animals,
animals,
and different animals, and different
yeah.
humans.
Yeah,
you
it
have
was
all of those.
so good. Like a small series of tutorial books with like step by step. It had
Yeah.
like the cats, sort of how to draw like a tiger or cougar or something.
Yeah.
And it would just have like a few examples of like a round circle,
Yeah.
then add this thing, and then next step, and it would have
And it was
these.
very easy to understand.
You didn't have to
Like,
read
no,
shit. That was
like
the
at that
thing.
point we couldn't really read.
Yeah,
we
that's
just
what I
looked
mean.
at
like,
it and
we looked
copied.
at it and copied it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are normally pretty cheap, and you can get them in pretty much every
Yeah,
art
they were
store.
like $4 each or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, so you could get them, like 3-4 of them, and
Yeah.
just have like, oh, this is animals, this is that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I actually got that, like 2 of those, and the sketch, the graphite pen box. I think I
Yeah.
got them in one like sort of compiled gift.
And there are so
And
many
so
of
good.
those books nowadays. Like when I looked up, I was trying to find one that I have. I
Mhm.
don't remember what it's called, but it was basically another one of those comics, how to draw comic books.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name though, but it was like, it was such a, I was so excited. That was when I was started drawing anatomy a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause they
Yeah.
had such a great breakdown in it, for me at the time at least. But I think just like find out what your kid likes and find something in a similar style.
Yeah.
If your kid loves anime, then just get them one of those like how to draw manga books,
Yeah.
Or
Anything that resonates.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think that the book needs to have the best tutorials. I just think it needs to have whatever jives with your kid.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think that's more important because there are these Swedish books called like how to draw manga and they're so bad.
They're so bad.
They're so bad. Like I am embarrassed when I see them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I still think that they have their audience. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And that will resonate with somebody.
That's what I'm saying,
know,
and that's
even-
why I always encourage people. Like even if you like within quotation marks suck compared to others, which we all do,
Yeah, we all do.
But there is a place for everyone, and even that stupid book that kind of annoys me when I
Probably
see it.
outsells the how to
I think
draw
so.
Marvel
Dude,
stuff.
I think it sells well.
Yeah.
Like just and who the target audience is kids like my daughter, but
Yeah.
younger. You know what I mean? Like a 6-year-old just wants to draw fun characters, and I think at that level, like that book is, it might be way easier for them to mentally break down. Because when I buy like a really nice looking book for my kids, and we're gonna read this story, they're like, "No, I want to read that one," and I'm like, "But that's so ugly."
Yeah.
And that one is so cool. No, I want to read the ugly book because it's easier. Like
Yeah. It's just
they it's a better grasp, and what is cool and ugly and stuff. Like it's different for all of
yeah.
us. But
I think they need to discover that by themselves.
exactly,
Like
and that's
we
why
did.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that buy the book that don't care what you think about the book.
Yeah.
Is basically the point here I'm trying to make. Is
Yeah.
just buy
There-
whatever seems closest to their liking.
Yeah, there is no right
There
or
is no
wrong
right
here.
or wrong.
Just,
Yeah.
just go for broke, have fun, test different things.
Yeah.
And that is a good segue into the next one, I would
Yeah,
say.
which is like if your kid doesn't like to draw or like doesn't like if they don't have the imagination but still want like enjoy coloring stuff basically is
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Coloring
there
books.
are coloring books. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are so many out there as well.
Yeah. And
Uh,
that's also like, because you got some really cool ones for
Yeah,
Dean
they're
and-
just some
and-
anime coloring books that I found, and it's like these like sort of creepy cute anime style characters with like these monsters in them. You know,
Mhm.
like they're also cute, the monsters. Like they're cutesy, scary type of monsters. And my daughter loves that book,
Yeah.
She got really upset when her little brother painted on the cover. Back then, at least. But it's
You just made
such
it better.
Yeah, and I thankfully I used the what do you call it, the blender, the
Oh, yeah.
Copic blender
How
to
to
thin it
erase it.
out a bit. Yeah, it
Right.
didn't erase it entirely, but it made it light enough for her to be fine with it.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
close
Daddy
enough.
saves the day.
Yep. But coloring books, there are so many out there. Again, though, like I don't have a specific one to give you because or basically grown-ups and kids, they're all different.
Yeah.
So just find out what they like. If they like dragons, get one with dragons. There's probably a million of those online.
Yeah.
And,
Or if you have a favorite artist, maybe that artist has a coloring book.
yeah.
So just as an extra little fun thing, so you can connect with your kids, and you can talk about, but this is this character, and you can explain your love for it, and it will help you bond more.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I found when we were in the city, I bought my son the Deadpool coloring book that I didn't even know was a thing. I was looking for something entirely different. And
See,
I was like,
would
okay.
even like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
No, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you could buy that for a grown-up.
yeah, and that is actually something that a lot of people have done now. Like,
It's
it's
become
become-
popular
yeah.
over the last like 5-6 years. Like it's become like a booming industry of, I don't know how well it actually does, but you see it everywhere where people has sort of taken on coloring books as
Yeah.
a sort of like
It's
meditation.
like meditation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I totally
Like
get that.
mandala books,
Yeah.
all those things that I don't understand.
Just
how people-
mindless doodles, but I mean, it's all there already. So
Mm.
you just start
Yeah, you
filling
don't
it in.
have to create anything from
No.
scratch. You can just,
And that might even be a really good warm-up, to be honest. Like, I've never tried that.
neither have I, but I just
Like, if you
it,
just want to get started and, you just grab one of those, start filling something in, you might evolve into whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and also,
Segways.
no, but I bought the Tank Girl one as
Yeah.
well. The Tank Girl one is even better than the Deadpool one.
Yeah.
Except that we realized that she was smoking and had her boobies out, and I gave that to my daughter when she was 8. Or no, 10.
What kind of message are you trying to
I don't know. Smoking boobies.
Smoking boobies.
Smoking boobies, kid.
Moving on.
Parenting done right.
Oh, yeah.
I was
But
like,
yeah.
Tank Girl is a fun thing in this new cute style with boobies and cigarettes. So yeah,
Yeah. Those are things.
those are things. Yeah.
But yeah, going from coloring books, I think the next step would probably be like try different materials. So of course this might not go hand in hand with like the super young kids again, but like Sculpey, for example, is something that the whole family can enjoy.
Yeah.
Anybody that loves to sculpt knows this.
Clay, basically.
Yes,
is what
clay.
we're saying.
Yes.
The
It's
clay
it's
is
silent. Yes. It is. No, but Sculpey is really cool because it's so easy to use. It lasts forever. And then you just put it in your oven and you make it into like an actual sculpture that you can then paint and make into different things. So it doesn't matter the skill level here. You can do like really funky, stupid animals with your kids or go and, give it to your 25-year-old and just have him sculpt his own action figure. Like everything is possible with Sculpey, and I love it. And I'm going out to buy it tomorrow. Like I'm still using
I think
it.
I have like 2 or 3 boxes at home.
It's awesome.
I just it's
Perfect
awesome.
for Christmas. Like just making, I had my dark Christmas period where I just went nuts and did very macabre severed heads that I painted gold that you could hang in your Christmas tree. And it's just, it's awesome.
But it's
I
good.
love it. Yeah. But so I'm going to bring that back this year. I'm going to try to do some more, just I guess more for myself really. But
No, but I think that's enough.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I love it. And it's such a long way from sitting and sketching and, all the stuff that we do on a daily that it just feels refreshing when you do it. Because I only do it pretty much during Christmas.
when you have the most time, basically.
Exactly. So I definitely recommend that. But if you don't want to do that, there's so many other different materials that you can buy as gifts for anybody that is like a little bit interested in art. So like whatever you feel like, maybe gouache will be like perfect for this kid, They might hate it, but they might also love it after a few years because it's something that you just keep. And then one day you're like, might as well try this now.
Yeah.
And then you do it and you're like, holy shit, this is
It's
awesome.
so easy to work with as well.
Yeah.
Like it's such an easy like clay type to play around with, and it never fucking dries up. Like,
No, that's the thing.
seriously.
And if it does, you just put water on it and you can keep going. Like, it's fantastic.
No, it's really good and it's fun. It's really fun.
But yeah, I mean, that's just one
Just
of
don't
many.
buy the super hard one because
No.
it's so hard. It's almost impossible to work with.
Yeah.
Unless you have like,
Oh,
10
you're
fingers.
talking Sculpey again.
Yes,
yeah.
Sculpey.
Yeah.
Just
I was like, gouache, hard.
no, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Yes.
Sculpey thing.
Sculpey
but
thing.
wash is the best. Like I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, and
It's-
that's again something that we both want to try to explore a bit
I
more.
want to explore painting in general, and that's why I wanted to hold off a bit on this, on trying different things, because I wanted to bring it back. But we can just dive into it as a sort of build up.
I think
'Cause I think-
it's better to do the whole thing now.
Yeah,
and then-
let's just do the whole thing.
Because I think with this, it's probably the last thing for the youngest kids
But
going
and-
into a little
and-
bit more older.
Yeah, and also like a lot of these things that we've said, like they apply to basically everyone.
yeah.
But I think, when we get into the territory of painting, though, like I think watercolors are the easiest.
Yeah.
But gouache is a bit.
Yeah, it's next level.
It's next level and a bit like it's not impossible to learn. Like it really isn't.
No.
But it is a bit trickier, I think.
You still need to learn something. Like you can't just jump in and go nuts. You need to kind of understand a little bit.
I guess you can if abstraction is more your thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
Go nuts. Like Jackson Pollock, the whole thing. Sure.
Fucking go crazy.
But no, that's what I said. That's why I said that maybe for the like kids that are already painting, I guess.
Okay. A bit older, maybe.
Yeah. That are used to drawing stuff, and they might not even know that there are different materials to use out there. Like,
but on the subject of working with wet media, though. One thing to invest in is proper paper.
Yes.
I didn't understand how fun it is to paint with these like mediums until I got the correct paper. And that happened, when I was way older than dude, basically, yes. I was closer to 30 than I was anything else. Fucking just buy watercolor paper.
Yeah.
I don't even care which
stuff.
one. Just buy any fucking watercolor paper and you will... Like, oh shit, watercolor paper isn't garbage. Or like, colors. Watercolors aren't garbage. Like, if you're like me.
Exactly.
No, they're awesome on their fucking paper.
Plus, you can just draw on those if you're not like really into the watercolors anymore, because it feels like fancy paper, and it's got that sort of, you can make the thunder noise with those papers.
But I have one more thing. If you really want to step it up, though, if you're a color pencil artist. One cool thing to do is if you paint with color pencil or watercolors on watercolor paper. Yeah. Once it's dried, bring out your color pencils and go over it.
Yes.
Like because it has these, like the paper has so much texture to it that when you draw with a color pencil on it, you'll get this really nice texture that you wouldn't get on, normal paper, like unless you buy something similar for color pencils. Yeah. But you'll get this really, I think the best example is like look up Poopy Cat on exactly what you heard, Poopy Cat on Instagram, and you'll see the perfect example of how this is done. She has this like cutesy style, and she does just that, like watercolor and then color pencil on top, and gets these amazing textures. Awesome. Like it's all of it, just texturized color pencil and watercolors. Like it's amazing.
Cool.
So I can really recommend that, just if you want to try like a mixed medium type of thing. Yeah. And also makes for great Christmas cards if you want to do that. Oh, if you're getting the stuff, if you already have the stuff. Yeah.
And that's a gift that keeps on giving.
But imagine, like, you draw a Christmas tree, you draw the basic shape, you fill it in with green, like, it doesn't have to be like a tinted green, like, whatever you can push out. And then you go over it with a color pencil where you draw like an outline, or, like you draw half the tree darker, whatever. Like, it'll look awesome.
Yeah. It's just a little bit extra.
Yeah, because sometimes it can be really hard to do that extra stuff with more watercolor. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Where you just like, oh, that looks perfect. And then you add more and you just like, duh. Yeah. So then color pencils could really help out. Yeah. It's a fun thing. Cool. And I think it works with gouache as well. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah. No, it definitely does.
Because those are like, once they dry, they're so perfect to mix other media in them. So I've even mixed Copics and watercolor.
Yeah, I tried. I've gone watercolor then Copic on top. Yeah, and it kind of works, but it also like
dilutes the thing. Yeah, but it's like adding a colorless blender to it. It'll get that weird. But
I mean, just trying it is fun. Yeah, also
it is fun.
And why can we do this? Because we have all the material.
All the materials,
and that's why you should buy everything.
Yes, and once the watercolor has dried again, also any white gel pen.
Oh yeah.
Works on top of that,
and it just works so well.
On top of that, like it works better than anything else.
Yeah. The watercolor texture that you get, plus, and then going over it with those sort of jelly roll ones, it's just like so smooth, so satisfying.
Yeah.
Love it.
And just like that paper also, like it makes the ball of the pen roll better, so you get that like response that you want from those fucking pens.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. And then like you could go more complex, like acrylics and oils.
Yeah,
Like
of
I don't
course.
have a special brand. Like Winsor and Newton are the ones that I
Yeah.
have. I've used them very little because
Same.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I just got them.
Yeah,
I think
I got mine like
2 years ago,
Yeah.
and I haven't even opened the box.
Yeah, I opened them up for the photo shoot that I had yesterday.
I'm like
I put 'em on
afraid of oils. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oils I don't have, but
Yeah.
acrylics is
Yeah.
what I have, and gouache.
And
like, and
acrylics, I bought a couple myself, and it's always Winsor & Newton. Like because I just like
It's also the
it's
the
a
most
trusted
common
brand.
Yeah,
You know, and they're not too overly priced as well. Like it still works. It's
Yeah.
quality for good money.
yeah.
So yeah, I always recommend it.
I've never had a problem with their stuff. So.
And but yeah, you can never go wrong with different materials. If the person you're getting the materials for is any type of artist or interested in art, you can't go wrong with it. You know, maybe they'll just try it the one time and that's that. But maybe you will change their lives.
Yeah.
So go for broke, but don't spend too much money.
I also have another thing because we did talk about Sculpey.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to segue into some other non-drawing stuff, tools, and that was like the Dremel,
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Like more
carving,
advanced
etching.
tools.
Yeah, exactly. Like for older people at least, it's fun to start making your own whatevers.
Yeah.
Like if you want to make your own coasters for your table, just buy a fucking like. There are some cheap carving machines, you know, like a power carver,
Yeah.
a rotary tool, whatever the fuck they're called.
Dremel.
Dremel is a brand that I use, but there are other ones, you know, and Dremel has like a variety of things, you know, like they have, and the one you have, I don't remember what that was called. Also like a super well-known.
It's a German brand, I think.
I think they're
and,
both German. I don't know. But
fuck, I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
I don't remember either. I
I'm the
looked
worst with
both
these.
up, but
Yeah.
basically a rotary tool is what
Yeah.
you're looking for. It has like interchangeable nibs, so you can, you know, like you can carve, you can etch. Like there are so many things you can do with these.
Yeah, I
And-
use them for when I've hardened the Sculpey to like do finishing touches on
Okay,
faces and
yeah.
stuff to just get that little extra finish. So it works well with that. But
Yeah.
then also like you just buy some cheap glasses and you can decorate them.
Yeah, you can like.
But you'll
yeah,
have,
yeah.
of course, it's really difficult, but it's also really fun.
Yeah. And you can do a variety of things with these tools.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun thing to, you know, play around with.
Yeah.
Like you want to make something or you want to carve into something or you just want to draw with them.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where I want to get to is like a wood burning kit is
Mhm.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you can get away fairly cheap as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
there's the risk of fire, so don't go too cheap. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe not for
but-
the youngest kids here.
No, yeah,
either.
exactly. I wouldn't buy this for my kid and leave them unattended. But
No.
it's just a fun little thing to try out. I
Yeah.
think that was one of my favorite tools in school
Yeah.
because
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
the last time
Everybody,
I used one.
I think
yeah.
everybody remembers using those when you had wood shop.
Yeah, dude, it was
And-
awesome.
Yeah, it was always fun.
Like all those new tools were fun. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, whoever you're buying this for or for yourself, like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, and you can get them fairly cheap just to try them out. Like,
Yeah.
there's, you know, like,
Mine was
Like-
$50.
dude, mine was not
And
even that. Mine
it's
was
a
like
good kit.
$17, baby.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe.
No, my rotary tool. I meant.
Oh, rotary tool. Yeah, exactly.
The burning tool was, I think,
it was-
$30 or something like
Yeah,
that.
and that's with every nerdy thing. There's the price category that you know, and then there's the nerdy price category
Yeah.
that you can go. You can go as high as you fucking want.
Yeah,
So, but I'm just talking about like entry level stuff, just
Yeah.
to try it out,
exactly.
and just see what you can do with it. I think it like when I tried wood burning, that got me into wood carving. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and then
Yeah.
I just like, okay, well, I'll try this, and I bought a lot of nibs, but they're just like I don't have time. Time is my biggest like enemy when it comes to these things because they require a bit more of you.
Yeah.
Uh,
And speaking of time, you can always buy somebody a watch.
Somebody watch it. And the watch sponsored by no, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, just think outside the box here.
Yeah.
Just try like whatever people like. Like if they like sewing, maybe get them like some type of kit or something.
Yeah. I mean, knitting is a thing.
Knitting is a thing, exactly. People are into that. We know nothing about knitting.
We know nothing about knitting.
But knitting is cool.
Yeah, shirts.
Knit writer. Night writer? No, okay,
I
move
got
on.
it.
Move on. Night.
Knit funny.
So, knit funny, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Knitting on. So, sketchbooks.
Yes.
For all you nerds out there.
There we go.
But the pros and cons of sketchbooks, though, is
Listen to
that
the
you get a
episode.
fancy one, you're too afraid to draw in it.
Yeah.
So get them an ugly one.
Yeah, get them the ugly one.
Get them the cheap one.
No, you get them a cheap one, and then you get
Yeah.
them like some cool stickers with it, just to destroy the cover, and
I
that
think so.
way, no stress.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's so many different sketchbooks that you can get. We
Yeah.
always recommend more or less the same ones.
Yeah, so the one that we do recommend is the Leuchtturm one. It comes both
1917, yeah.
1917, and it comes both in flimsy paper
Yeah,
and it comes in sketchbook, which is like 180
180
gram
I think. Yeah,
paper, which
yeah.
is fucking awesome.
It's
like,
great.
It's not cardstock, like it's not like cardboard, and it's just thick enough to have that nice sort of.
Exactly. It still has that a little bit of sound to it.
Yeah,
if you,
and it works
wiggle it.
great with Copics.
and color pencil.
Yes. What I want to say though, it works garbage if you get it wet. You
Yeah.
can't get wet media on it. Like
No.
ink is fine.
Yeah.
But you keep if you make the paper too wet, it'll start to kind of break
Yeah,
apart.
I've used my A5 one with watercolors, and it's just destroyed.
Immediately as well.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
it takes a while. No, it just immediately
It's
falls
the
apart.
one paper and just ruins the
Yeah.
whole book.
The whole thing, yeah.
So yes, that's a
Uh,
good tip. But I also kind of like the look of a really worn and torn sketchbook.
Oh, same here.
But then
all my
it's
sketchbooks
just
look like war.
It's not appealing to me anymore now because
Yeah.
it's so worn and torn.
Mm.
So like I don't go near it, but I've only filled up half of it. So
Okay. I
So,
have
yeah.
one more thing to say about those sketchbooks. Being great with Copics does not mean it doesn't bleed through.
No,
they all bleed.
yeah,
all
they bleed.
good sketchbooks bleed through. Okay,
Yeah. So grab a piece of
Exactly.
extra paper and have
and
that in
shove
between.
it in there. Yeah,
Yeah. Just to
and
save
use
yourself.
the back of that page to just doodle with a normal pencil or
Yeah.
like a color pencil.
Get
and
new fun ideas.
Yeah,
from
new
the
fun ideas
stuff.
for other stuff.
Yeah.
But all good sketchbooks bleed. Remember this. Like the ones that I've tried that were like, this one does not bleed. They suck. So just fucking move on. Stop fucking complaining about Copics going through paper. That's what they do. It's alcohol.
Yeah. I would say the Strathmore is really the one that works the best that I've tried lately. But it's also really, really thick paper. We're talking over
What?
200.
Which paper?
It's kind of almost like cardboard stock. It's I
Okay.
bought that A3 from Penn Store.
Okay.
And
You're talking about but you're talking about what are they called?
because it's not a sketchbook. It's just a
It's
pad
just
with
a pad
paper.
with 20 paper or like
yeah,
paper.
like more
But-
fancy.
But you're talking about Bristol.
Yeah, Sorry, yes.
Yeah,
Bristol board.
boards. Yeah, and they come from different brands like Hanson, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
and
I
with
don't
those
know.
you can go nuts
Yeah.
with most materials, and they're just awesome. That's really quality, but it's also super expensive for the
you don't get a
small
lot
amount of
yeah,
paper you get.
Yeah. So, it's basically for finished ideas. Like I have
Exactly.
this idea, I want to put it on a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I used for my the Star Wars
Yeah.
pieces, because I can spray on them. I can go nuts with every type of material,
Mm.
and they kind of like warp a little bit, but then I just sort of warp them
Mm.
back, and it's fine.
I also have I won some stuff from Daler Rowney, and I got these I won like a 6-pack of inks.
Yeah.
But I also got these that I didn't even know I won. I didn't pay attention to the price that I won. I
Because
also
you win
got
so many things.
yes, I
Yeah.
win all the time.
Yeah, you do.
I actually do.
It's
but
weird.
those sketchbooks, no, I got these pads with these really, really thick, they just have I don't even know what to call them. They look like a sketchbook,
Mm-hmm.
but it has this thick sort of paper in them, super cardboard thick,
Okay.
for illustration. And I don't remember what the different sort of what it said on the boxes there, but they were Canson paper, and they were just these it was just 10 pieces in each, like A4 or something like that, and just like thick cards, like fucking cardboard, but for art, like they feel like little canvases basically.
Cool.
So yeah, gotta try those out.
Yeah.
Because they feel like a painting,
Yeah.
like a finished sort of canvas to draw on, but tiny.
And that's all,
for
like,
ink.
because that's something that I really appreciate is just like proper, more cardboardy type paper now. And like, if I got that as a little bit of a younger kid, I would really have appreciated it. So I remember when I got the fancy paper from mom,
Yeah.
which was probably 180 gram paper or something, just normal white paper. But remember when we drew on those, it was just so like the difference between the normal printer paper
Dude,
and
we
that.
had the slippery printing paper
Exactly.
for years.
Yeah.
So
and
anything.
then we got that, and it was like, holy shit! Like everything looks awesome. Like we just leveled up like crazy.
Yeah, because everything just looked a little better on it.
Plus, you didn't want to fuck it up because it felt like.
But that is,
more,
I think that's where the trap is as well. Like if you have a kid that kind of finishes things, which my kids do at this age, they're great.
Awesome.
Like if you want to save something, like, oh, draw something on this, and then you save it. But once you get to a conscious age, that paper, I think, is a waste. You know what I mean? Like, I think you need to get to, like, if you have a kid that actually finishes things, I was not that kid.
Yeah.
I didn't need that fancy shit, because it just made me draw worse and get super self-conscious. But I think just see where your kid is at, or if it's just for you. If you want to do something finished, invest in something nicer. It'll feel nicer when it's done. Because there's nothing like, oh, I made this really cool thing on this copying paper.
Yeah, toilet paper. Yeah, you look at it and it just disappears.
Yeah.
Like, disintegrates.
But second sketchbook, though, is the Strathmore one that I bought from Amazon. And they have, and I'm talking about their toned, tanned, toned gray series.
Yeah, the one that I also have.
Yeah.
They are
like
really
they're a bit
nice.
smoother than I prefer.
And also a little bit flimsier than I prefer.
Yeah, they're not as thick as I was hoping for.
No.
But that being said, awesome paper.
Really, really good.
I thought they were too light, but then I had the highlights and it's all good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I would like them to be a little darker, but then now that I've used them, no.
But they also have this sort of texture in them.
Yeah.
Not like the purpurs,
No,
but
no,
like
it's a bit
little
like
bit discreet.
hair, but it's like these little
Fibers
hairs in it.
in-
Yeah, fibers.
Yeah, but it just makes it look fancier in a way. So I use that for all the Modesty Blaze covers. That's what I drew them on, just so I have like the original as well.
And also, they did send me more.
Of course they
After
did.
seeing my Inktober pieces, they were like, without the best thing is they sent it to me without asking me for any fucking exposure or anything like brands do, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, could you just no, I will do nothing. Like, you're a company. Get away. But the cool thing is they were just like, we can send you some other types of the same type just so you can try them out.
Yeah, that's awesome. But that's
And
like artists creating stuff for artists. That's what it feels like.
So it was nice.
Just
it was really nice.
appreciating people doing cool stuff with their stuff.
And I took the opportunity to tell them, like, oh, this is what I'm after. Because, I'm trying to transition from my old sketchbook that does not exist in the way that I like it to this new paper. And I was like, do you have anything that has a bit more tooth to it? Because, like, I really like the gray one that I have, but do you have it in a rougher type of paper? And they were like, we have this mixed media or whatever the fuck it was called. It's also toned gray and the toned tan that is a bit more like skin color.
Yeah.
And we can send you those and you can try them. I was like, yeah, I would love that, because I did buy one and I bought like A3 because I didn't read properly. And they were like, no worries. We'll send you a couple, try them out. So that was really cool. And I don't have to shout them out anywhere. So now I do.
Of course.
No, but I really, really like the paper. And it's fun to use. And I use them for all of the Inktobers.
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit unsure if I want the tanned one, the like my old ones. I don't know if I like gray or if I like that one anymore. Like, I'm so sort of, I don't know where I want to. Yeah, I'm a bit divided there.
I totally get it, because it feels like the gray and the black like gray, black, and white just work so
perfect.
well.
But I kind of
Also
like the
with the
warm
Copic.
gray. But I also like the warm gray thing. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just.
Yeah.
But I know that the Strathmore one isn't warm gray.
Yeah.
It's a bit more pinkish tone.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't know.
Like I need to double check with
Yeah.
the one that I actually have physically. I didn't open them up because it was, the stressful times when I
Oh,
got them. But I'm hoping that I can't decide if I want to go gray. But Strathmore, the tone tanned, whatever the fuck they're
and
called.
you've already gone gray. So.
Yeah, so. but they're really good. Like, it's really good quality paper. I've erased them. I treated them quite badly.
Yeah.
I don't know how they are with water,
I haven't done any watercolor on it.
but I would say I
the
prefer
paper
to have
is, I
paper
think,
that.
too
Yeah.
fragile or thin.
Yeah. But I would also say just like there's such a satisfaction. The way that watercolor spreads on watercolor paper, you won't get that anywhere else.
No.
Like there is a satisfaction there.
It's
Like
so
even
worth
if
it.
you suck, it's good.
And speaking of that, I would say invest in a proper watercolor pencil or brush.
Brush. That always helps. Yeah, because
Because-
I've seen a lot of people just have whatever they have.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Just
No.
get one that is like, I have one that's like, it's a little thinner than my pinky,
Mm-hmm.
but the tip is sharp.
Yeah,
So I can get both
same.
those like wider strokes, but I don't have to switch the brush
Yeah.
to get those really thin ones.
No,
the
same.
tip is just like perfect.
And that's the thing, because they're really expensive when you get the
Yes.
good ones. And unfortunately, if you want to have like a proper, like long-lasting watercolor brush, I would say you have to go animal hair, because that's the
I
fiber
have both
holds water better than
and color. It
Yes.
holds both,
so
yeah.
it just the whole thing with watercolor is that you're supposed to be able to push the color for as long as possible to really
Yeah.
do bigger areas and stuff. And you can't get that with like the
I think
like the fake stuff.
I don't know.
it
Like
just-
there are some really good synthetic ones. as
Yeah, it's
well,
probably
but,
better now.
But
It's
I haven't.
been a few years.
But I haven't painted big enough and
yeah.
long enough to have an opinion on this. Like
One I have is squirrel, and the best one, the one with pretty much, I think it's the same one as you do. I don't know what the animal is in English, but maud. So some sort of gerbil.
Gerbil.
But that brush alone sort of helped me through my whole university. Like everything I did with that one.
Mhm.
It's amazing. And then till this day, it's still one of the best brushes I've
But
ever had.
the best thing you can do is Google it
Yeah.
and to really get like if that is an issue, I would say there probably are like really good synthetic brushes.
Yeah. I'm sure
And,
there
dude,
are.
I bought like a cheap pack of brushes that was on sale. I don't even know the brand, and they're really good.
Yeah.
Like so, it all like if you're like me, for example, I don't have a preference in brushes. I haven't, it doesn't matter. Like as
No.
long as they don't, like as long as they kind of hold color long enough, it's good enough.
Yeah.
That's where I am right
think,
now.
Like with this one, it's probably if you're doing bigger watercolor
Yeah,
pieces.
definitely.
That's when
Yeah,
you need it.
Probably.
Yeah.
So never go big. Always
Yeah.
stay small.
Stay small.
And just
Exactly.
you won't have a problem.
There you go.
Merry Christmas.
Save the animals.
Save the animals.
Go small.
Go small. And I did erase everything.
Yeah, you did. Awesome.
Oh, no, that
Fantastic.
was the wrong note. Okay, cool.
Again.
So let's leave sketchbooks.
Yeah.
Let's leave and let's go digital.
Oh.
So
So for the grown-ups.
so grown-ups or kids, actually,
Mm-hmm.
there are like a million fucking drawing apps out there now.
Oh, yeah.
like, everyone knows that I'm biased, so Procreate, whoop whoop.
Yes.
No
please.
need to say anything more about it.
It's
It's
still-
like a $10 app or something like
Yeah.
that. Maybe more now, but it's worth every penny.
Yeah.
And it can be as complex or as simple as you want it to be,
Now they even have the 3D thing.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you need to create something in 3D or get OBJs or whatever the fucking file type is to get them
But
in
it's
there.
so funny.
but-
We were talking about the whole placing tattoos on.
Oh yeah.
I've already imported
an arm.
not an arm, like a full figure.
Oh, badass.
So I just place it. Like the quality of the tattoo when you like copy it in doesn't look all that good. It gets pixelated, but you can still see how it fits on the arm and stuff.
But might that be because of your iPad?
Maybe the
limitations?
size. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think the limitation is how big you can do it. And
probably.
Yeah.
But just cool that they have that feature now.
Yeah.
Like, because
so you need to buy a new iPad, which is also something I want to recommend. Because they're so cheap. But Procreate is a great app.
Yeah.
If you want to go a bit, like I know people love Sketchbook Pro.
Yeah.
It's an option. I haven't. I hated it.
I enjoyed it when I used it.
Yeah. And I know that Artem as well enjoys it, so it can't be all that bad.
No, and I think they probably improved
Dude,
way
probably
more.
With the Apple Pencil, I think
Oh, yeah.
whatever you're using is good.
Exactly.
But I think, and then you have Clip Studio, but
Yeah.
that's, I was going to say prescription, but that's not the word.
Subscription.
Subscription is the word.
Yes.
And it's a bit more complex, though.
Yeah.
Because it's the exact same version as the desktop.
Because
So
I wanted to try it. I got like the first trial thing, and then
it's 6 months, the trial now.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So just
Bastards.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try that as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm really like my Photoshop is getting really choppy.
Yeah. Okay.
So for painting on the computer, I'm thinking of switching to that one.
Oh, okay. Plus, Maddie really recommended it too.
I know, fucker. And then this lady at work, Mire, she's also awesome. Because they said that I should just like, she showed me a lot of stuff. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Clip Studio, Sketchbook Pro,
Or Procreate.
Procreate. Like, I don't think you can go wrong.
No.
Whatever, like Adobe Fresco, people talk about that. I hate it.
Yeah,
But some people
I know
love
that
it.
The
and
Apprentice
there's
uses
no
it.
wrong. Yeah.
And they keep
There's nothing
updating
wrong.
that one too, and
Exactly.
it becomes better and better.
Yeah. So I think whatever boats your float, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. People
And
in
then
glass houses sink ships.
if you also already have the apps that you like,
Try something new.
try something new. Buy some brush packs.
Yeah.
There are brush packs for all these things, except maybe Sketchbook Pro. I have no idea.
Yeah, they have nothing.
But they have nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Clip Studio, Procreate, Photoshop, if that's your game, like everyone has brush packs.
Yeah.
So
I even bought one for myself just recently with like vintage comic book.
they were actually
brush
fun brushes.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
but they're
I'm gonna
very
need
sort of
to-
like raster type of
Yeah.
stuff.
So it's a very specific,
Yeah.
like
Usage.
for my end game, I think they will work.
Mm.
I just need to take time to really use them.
Yeah.
But just fun to like, oh, well, I'm investing in this. It was $34.
Yeah.
So like it's a bit pricey for
But
just
I
a
think that's
couple
what
of
I paid
brushes.
for mine as well.
Yeah.
But I bought maxpacks.com, I think, is where like you can buy them.
Mhm.
And I think it's called like Max Packs.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of brushes though.
Yeah.
And a lot of like famous artists within Disney and, you know, like the industry as a whole, if you keep track, like it comes very highly recommended, the brush pack. But me again, I'm very basic, so I only use basically my own sketch brush and a hard round and an airbrush.
Yeah.
Like those are the ones that I keep using.
I keep going back to Procreate's own brushes all the time as well. I think
Yeah.
they're great.
But
like-
it doesn't matter. Like even in
No.
Photoshop, I use the airbrush
Yeah.
and a hard round brush for everything.
Yeah.
So that's me. But there are some fun brushes if you like textured ink brushes or textured crayon type look. You know, if you've seen like these Disney sketches that look super smooth, but they have that little edge to them, like they were drawn with color pencil. They're there. You know,
Yeah.
like Max Packs has it. So just look around for like a pack that, you know, displays a couple of different things the brush pack can do, you know, like, and
Yeah.
don't expect to be able to do them as good as the examples,
No.
because they probably, you know, they made the brushes, so
Yeah. Yeah.
they use them like they were intended, and then you use them as you intend to in the future. But it's a lot of fun to try new brushes.
Yeah. And that's always a fun little sort of one of those gifts that you wouldn't expect to get. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it would be really random. You're like, oh, cool.
And also, I think you're just helping out another creator.
Yeah.
Which is a gift in itself. So
Exactly.
always happy.
Always good.
That is also a great idea for Christmas gifts. buy original art from any artist that you like.
Yes.
Like Robert. Have you heard of Robert?
No.
Ekblom or
Eckel.
something?
Eckelblom.
Eckelblom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real Eckel Peckle.
Yeah. He's Eckly and Pickly.
Yeah. yeah. No, don't get his art. He doesn't deserve it.
No, but seriously,
Yeah.
if you're not going to buy our shit, buy someone else's shit, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Buy shit.
Motherfuckers, buy shit. But
That sounds like a good song. Motherfucker, buy shit.
buy shit. But which also brings us to maybe you suck at drawing,
Yeah.
you know, or want to get better at said drawing.
Then why not get a fucking course
Yes.
or any other type of course? Really, there's
of course. Get a course. My horse? No.
steer the right course.
With your horse.
Yes.
My horse.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I don't know. Let's move on and to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual courses. Stay on course, Robert.
stay on course. Stay on target. Skillshare is something that I recommend, and it's like promoted by every fucking YouTuber.
Yeah, but
now,
it's
all the
also
time.
like hit and miss. Like
Yeah, it is.
all these things, okay?
Yes, there's so many different things that you
Yep.
can
And
find here.
anyone can share anything,
anyone can share,
basically.
yes.
So
So maybe do a little bit of research.
yes,
Most likely, if you are into art and you want to do some artsy stuff, you're going to find an artist that you're following on Instagram that has some form of art course. And why not get that
yes.
for your
Also,
friend?
again, it's like buying someone's art.
Yeah, more or less.
So
But-
you're helping someone.
and most of the time you get to actually interact with that artist. They can't like look at your artwork and help you progress and all this stuff.
If that, yeah, some people do that.
Yeah.
Like it's a deeper course, like probably more expensive if they have like that
Depending
hands-on
on
approach.
the
yeah.
artist, of course, as well.
Yeah,
A lot of course here.
of course.
Feeling course.
But Skillshare is one.
Yeah.
There's Gumroad has a lot of good like concept art tutorials for
Awesome.
those. Again, brushes all
Yeah.
can be bought at Gumroad. It's basically another Skillshare.
Yeah.
And then you have this like Domestica or whatever it's called,
I've
super
heard of
big
it.
as well.
I've never.
No, but again, it
Yeah.
has a lot of big names that are, and it's not only art. Like Skillshare is about sharing skills that you have.
Yeah.
So it might be for, knitting, like we mentioned before.
I took a Spanish course.
Robert took a Spanish course. Like there are,
No hablo.
exactly, he can't speak Spanish for shit.
Muy malo.
Trabajar el tatuaz.
Tittus?
I don't know how you say
Tituaz?
tattoos in Tituaz.
Yeah, titties.
Tituaz. I learned Spanish.
Muy malo.
Trabajar en el Suecia. I don't know.
Bien.
Bien. Bien. Sí, claro.
So apparently
So-
that was a bad course.
Yeah.
Didn't actually complete it though, but yeah,
You're weak.
it was still fun.
Yeah.
And we did it as a thing.
Yeah.
Like we had the Tuesdays where we had our Spanish course,
And
Spanish,
tacos.
Spanish.
No, just-
and
not Spanish.
and then we watched Casa de Papel.
idiots.
Yeah,
But I like it. No, but since you did it together, it's a fun thing,
yeah,
actually.
and that is also
How is
something
her
you can do.
Spanish?
Probably muy malo. There you go.
So worth a Spanish course. Thank you.
I learned that one thing.
Yeah. Again, just do some research on if you're buying for someone, what they like, and you
Install
know,
an Anarchy
yeah,
just to
get to know them better. Don't ask shit. Just nanny cat.
Yo, yeah.
But also one like a bit more expensive one with industry people is Schoolism. I was
Yeah.
going to say Skillshare again.
But yeah, Schoolism for sure.
Schoolism has a lot of like Warner Brothers, Disney, like people that sort of, Pixar, those types of people.
The pros.
The bros, with like really, really good courses on, color and light, character design, like really in-depth courses.
That's where you did the Nathan Fox one, right?
That I didn't also finish
Of
because,
course.
but
Why?
I did. But the stuff that I did though, really, because I did I think I did 2 weeks of it where I did mine like the first week for like a few weeks because I didn't have time to work on it
The
constantly.
first week for a few weeks.
Yeah, no, but I mean the
Makes
course
no
from
sense.
the few. Of course it does. The first course, that first week's course, I did like over an extended period of time to really get into it. I didn't want to jump, because there are 2 ways of buying those courses. There's the subscription model.
Mm-hmm.
There's the buy the course, and then there's buy the course with where they have like the teacher talk to you, like they give you feedback on your work. So that is the most expensive one, and I would say that Schoolism is the most expensive option.
Yeah.
But the subscription model, I think, is worth it if you're serious, and I think it's maybe better than the other places. If you have the money and the dedication, that's the thing.
Of course, it all depends on what your end game is as an artist.
But that's what
and
I
what you
mean.
want to
That's
become.
what I mean, and I think there are some really, really good courses there.
But do they have like proper old school sort of painting stuff as well, or is it only
yes, they
concept?
do. No. It's not only concept.
So you
the
can-
color and light one, you can paint on paper if you want. Like it
Because
doesn't matter.
like if you can learn oils and stuff.
I don't know if they have those types of courses, but they do have. I know there is like a watercolor one, and
So
they
they probably
have.
do.
Nathan Fax is like he's awesome at watercolors, and he likes the liquid watercolors.
Oh yeah.
And
A lot of people do.
I like them too.
I don't.
I really like. That's why I want to do oils because
Mm.
I want to learn to sort of, like that.
Scrapey, texture,
Yeah, exactly.
messy.
But when I see it, when they do it, it doesn't look messy. When I do it, it is all the messy.
Yeah.
And not
I know
the
what to
football
get you
player.
for Christmas.
Yeah, but no, but just get me sleep and time.
Yeah.
That's all I need for Christmas.
Yeah, the 2 things that I can't give you.
But I think like Schoolism is the place to go if you're really looking to sort of level up seriously. But you got to have the commitment because they are packed. Like they're really, really like you got to do the assignments and everything.
Yeah, cool.
And it's I wish I could finish that one. I was really like life. That's the thing. Like if you have a lot on your plate, don't take any of the courses.
No.
Unless you can do it, because it's an investment.
Yeah, I would love to do that at some point. Just sort of.
I mean, I wish I could go because
proper course.
No, but I love learning, and if it's at my own pace, like I can do it however I want.
Yeah, if I got
I'm even
1 day
better.
a week to just really go all in, that would be awesome.
I'm not that fast, so I probably wouldn't be able to do
No,
one day a week. I was like, I will do nothing.
But speaking of proper and serious artists, you did mention this before, but buying original art pieces or buying different prints from like not just your favorite artist, but you can also get like really awesome comic books that are signed by those artists.
But
and
this
stuff,
is then
just
we're
to
getting into
segue
the retro time.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So let's have a break. Stretch your arms, stretch your brain.
Stretch your brain. That's all you need. And
And
you're gonna get that
it's
for
retro
9
time.
seconds.
No, I mean, and then retro time.
Oh, and now retro time.
Now
I think.
retro time.
Is it now? or
Yes,
is it-
now. Not before, but now.
So now.
Now.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So retro time. But yeah, same thing again then. Comic books. Everybody loves comics, right? Yeah. Why don't you get a comic book signed by that artist or the writer or all of them?
Where can one do this, Robert?
So this is something that you can find probably at your local comic book store. If not, go online to your local comic book store, or maybe go online and find Midtown Comics. I think you can
Call a friend in the U.S.
Yeah. No, I know my mom bought a whole bunch of comics from there for me, and that worked out because I got 2 copies of the one.
But did she call them in Swinglish or online?
No, she just called and yelled, I guess. Like probably in Swedish.
Hallå!
Serietidning
Tidning!
med signatur. Signatur!
Excuse me, lady?
Skicka!
Sverige!
then. Oh yeah, sorry. No, but it's really cool. That was the one gift I gave to myself actually in Australia. I just went into the comic book store one day, and in like a big nice glass case was the first appearance of Venom signed by that artist, and it was like so nice and shiny and fresh and new. And I had no money for months and months and months, and I just went back and just looked at it and like visualized I will be getting my tattoo ID thing. I will be able to work soon. And for the first paycheck, I went in there and I bought it, worth
Very
every
nice.
penny.
Very
and
nice.
it's displayed.
And then you had to use it as toilet paper. God damn it!
fuck you, COVID. Yeah, very much.
Because of COVID.
Yep.
There is no toilet paper to buy anymore. Which of my signed comics do I need to use?
Yeah, you just save the autograph for last. No, but that, for me at least, that's like very, very special. And because everybody should see a comic book as a piece of art, which it is. But it just, like with the signature, it's so special, you know?
Exactly. It's like a piece of art that was stressed out for
Exactly.
your enjoyment.
For your enjoyment. Yeah. No, but as a super geek that I am, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And it just makes it even more tangible as somebody has put pen to paper and drawn this by hand and now like signed it. But I also got like a smaller version of a Star Wars poster signed by Struzan,
Which is epic.
which is also my mom just finding these things. You know,
Where the
she
fuck
just
does
Googles stuff. But no, you get it through his gallery, and I
okay,
think
okay.
it's easy. If you just Google Drew Struzan gallery, you'll find it. So he has like this person that sells prints from him or something. But every artist has this. And if you know anything about the person that you are getting the gift for, maybe they have let you know at some point who their favorite artist is.
Yeah.
And you just go in and you fucking get that shit.
Yeah. And if you need to get it out of them, just make up a lie about like, sure, what was that comic book artist that you mentioned a while back? I think I saw something on TV, and then they just tell you, and
then it's just, the hard thing is to remember it.
yeah,
You just pretend to play with your phone, but you just take notes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But just like, and I think Drew Struzan, for example, if you're buying something for someone that grew up in the 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
like
His
you can't
art
go
book.
wrong with any, like his art books or his like.
He only has the one art book.
No, I saw like 2 different ones or 3 different ones.
Oh, really?
When I was in London, maybe it was same with different covers, but there were like a couple of different ones.
Oh, right. Well, maybe he's... Because I only know of the one.
But that's what I'm thinking. Maybe one
Or
has
maybe
like
he's-
posters,
yeah.
you know, to one certain
Yeah.
era, and then the other one is either like all of it, like.
Or
yeah,
maybe
who knows?
it's
Or just
some other type of art
yeah.
book that he's released. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, anything from him is just filled with nostalgia
Yeah.
and epicness.
And he
Like,
did basically so many crazy posters for.
he drew
basically-
our childhood,
Yeah,
more or less.
dude. Very nicely put. Yes. So can't go wrong with that.
No.
I also want to throw in a word for the guy that I keep forgetting his name, because the one you have, the Batman, the White Knight,
Sean Gordon.
Sean Gordon Levitt. No.
What's his name?
Sean Gordon Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah, that's right.
Jesus, Sean Gordon Levitt.
Levitt. Just live. Just go. Just
Joseph.
live. Just
Joseph.
Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Uh,
Yeah. So
Sean
Sean Jesus.
Gordon Murphy.
Sean Gordon. Fuck! Levitt.
Gotta love it.
Sean Gordon.
Murphy.
No,
Murphy.
Murphy.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
RoboCop.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. He did a limited run on Batman, which is actually not kind of Batman. It's the Joker, I guess. But the White Knight instead of the Dark Knight. I got that signed by him.
That's
also
pretty cool.
So cool, like insanely cool. Actually, kind of lost my head when I got it. But yeah, anything with him really. Like he
No,
just
it's all
so
good. Yeah,
unique. Punk rock
Punk Rock
Jesus. Tokyo Ghost.
Did he make Hellblazer?
Maybe he's done a bit of
Not
those.
Hellblazer. No, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything with him is awesome.
Yeah.
And also he has like a, I think it's pencil version, like or black and white version.
He does a lot of inks, so I guess
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the,
so
the
it's
black
like
and white.
yeah, but they're really good.
Amazing.
Like they're always better than the colored ones, I
Yeah.
would say.
Like the way he draws sort of cars and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
motorcycles and stuff.
And
it's just
speed and just like those
yeah.
things.
There's so
it's
much
so good.
life in all of his pieces.
I think it's like in Punk Rock Jesus where he has that scene with the motorcycle that
just like sliding
Yeah,
motorcycles.
sliding
Mhm.
motorcycle, exactly.
It's so awesome.
Like it's still in my head, like
Yeah.
how good it is.
Yeah. And that book is so fucking awesome too.
Mm.
Yeah, I would
So-
love to get that signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I would recommend anything from let me look his name up because I always forget. I have it signed here though. I have it written down. Enrique Fernandez, like anything that he's made. I've recommended it on the show several times, but it's like The Time of the Cobra something is one of his book series. He's done a lot of different ones, and they're all amazing. Like he makes up characters and the style for each book. Like you can tell it's him, but it's totally different every time.
Yeah.
So anything from Enrique Fernandez is awesome. Like whatever you can get a hold of, like they're all amazing.
And if you didn't know this now, the original creators of the Turtles have come back and actually started releasing
Together?
Yeah. Kevin Eastman and Laird, Peter.
That documentary made me so sad.
Yeah. But I mean, there's hope because they're back. They're finishing the whole thing now. Like they are
wrapping it up, like the
Yes.
story.
like they are killing these fuckers. Like it's
Holy
legit, dude.
Shit.
But yeah, so they've released I think 2 of 4 books. So those, for anybody that grew up with Turtles, epic gift. If you can find them, because these books sell out quick. I've been trying to get a hold of the first one forever. So, but yeah, just thought of it because of comics.
One more thing that we both have that you actually have gifted me twice.
Oh yeah.
Black Sad.
Yeah, baby.
Can't go wrong with fucking Black Sad. Oh, you can't go wrong if you fuck him because he's a cat.
Yeah.
But you can't go wrong with buying this comic for anyone.
No.
Like it's hard to kind of like they make great art.
I think Black Sad is kind of the Arcane of the comic book world. You know what I mean? Like the amount of work that's gone in to make this comic book is insane, and you can feel it on every panel. Like I just went through the latest one, which unfortunately I got in Swedish without even noticing because I was so hyped on getting it. So
I was in Swedish.
I have the 3 first ones in English and then the last one in Swedish. But they've also released a compiled version of all of them.
Son of a bitch.
So
No,
there's
just kidding.
there's one thick book to get now.
Okay.
But they're all hand drawn, and we've talked a lot about watercolors, and all colored with watercolors.
And you don't even notice it.
No,
Like
and
it's so good that it just
so
feels printed.
insanely
Yeah.
good. Like even the speech bubbles are hand painted in, and
Insane.
like the texts in these bubbles are hand drawn into the comics as well. Like it's not
Are they?
digital. It's in French, the original one. So
okay,
like
yeah.
we
we don't get that. But
no, but it's all like I
thought
can't
the guy was
even.
Spanish,
He is Spanish.
but he writes in French.
He lives in France. He moved to
That
France.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Okay,
Putain.
cool. Putain.
But
Yeah.
then, yeah, no, that is. I would definitely recommend any one of those books because
Yeah,
they're
they're really good.
just amazing.
And like I said, my wife thinks they're so good. We have them as sort of like paintings,
That's how good
on,
they are.
like, yeah, no, but we have them standing up on like different shelves and stuff
Mm.
as paintings instead, of paintings because they
And
are
I've been
that good.
trying to get the third book as a gift for you forever. And it's always been out. Always, unless you want it in Swedish.
No,
Which nobody wants.
no,
No.
no.
Yeah. Just
No.
no. That's Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Spanish. Very good, Rob.
It's all coming back to me now.
Let me double check my list.
Yeah, what else do we got?
Anything else that we might have?
I mean, we've only
forgotten?
talked comic books now. We've got
Yeah,
so
but
many video games. We got
but
so
video
many
games,
movies and
again,
shows
like,
and all of this stuff.
Video games is always a fun thing to get.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, as long as you play video games.
Yeah, you need to. Well, I guess you need to know what console this person
This
is.
person has, yeah.
Yeah, working with. But I mean, we're all just gigantic kids. You know, we're always gonna love video games. For me, like, I'm just a big collector of everything. So I still collect Lego. I still collect movies. I still collect books. I collect everything. I
collect
love,
nothing.
I love owning new things. Like,
The exact opposite of
Yeah.
me.
yes, yes.
I hate owning things.
But yeah, so I'm always like happy to get like anything, really. Like, I'm super easy. Just make sure it's signed.
Buy me whatever you want.
Just sign it. Yeah. No, but what else do we have? What else did the?
I didn't have anything else.
Nothing more on
Like,
the
we
list?
were gonna wing this one.
Oh, okay.
So fun
we-
stuff.
Fun stuff.
No, but art books. I did get
Yeah.
when I stopped working at King.
And I think that is a great.
Andy Dominus and Sandra, the Cruz Martins, and the rest of the team got me the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse art book.
That's awesome.
Holy decks, it's good. Like,
Yeah.
it's really, really cool. And then I would recommend just, like the show Arcane that's out on Netflix
Oh, yeah.
right now.
If you can get anything from
Oh,
that
man.
show,
I don't think it'll be out for Christmas, but if you can get a hold of that art book,
oh man,
whoop.
yeah,
Like,
for us.
when that, for us,
give
of
it to
course.
us, please.
Because I hate buying art books
Yeah.
because I think they're a big waste of space.
Yeah, but it's
Because I don't look at them.
yeah. That's
But
the
if you do appreciate art books or have a collection, like, I would hold out for the Arcane art book, like,
Yeah.
if it drops or if it ever happens.
Yeah.
But it is such a delicious style,
But it,
like all of it.
if
so-
you don't like, if you're not going to get the Arcane one, again, like, try to like find out what this person's favorite movie is or whatever. If they have an animated show or movie that they really, really enjoy, getting the art book for that show or movie, if they don't already have it, that's a great gift because it's like a
Agreed.
behind the scenes type thing that you won't get from a behind the scenes type thing. So it's just really amazing, and it gives you so much inspiration, and just like, again, the smell of a book is just, that in itself is worth the gift.
dude, yes.
Yes. Just the
And
spine
I think,
crack
but
when
I
you open
think
it for the
that's
first
also
time.
like the best way to do it.
Mm,
Is don't get them whatever is cool. Get
No.
them whatever they think is
exactly. If you know they're turtle geeks,
cool. Yeah,
get them like
that, yeah.
original turtle stuff,
Yeah.
or anything turtle probably.
Actually, my neighbor, his friend, was in the U.S. and he got him an Ace Ventura signed signature from Jim Carrey.
No way.
Yeah, so he
See, that's
has-
awesome.
with an authenticity letter and everything.
Yeah.
Like all of the.
Yeah, but it's
Super.
such a stupid thing.
It's such
But
a
it's
stupid
so
thing, but
cool.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
because he was like a big fan of Ace Ventura.
Who
and
wasn't?
then
You know?
Oh, dude, yes. So it is like, it's a fun little like stupid gift to get.
Yeah. And now you can even get like celebrities to send, hellos and stuff. I don't remember what the website
Yeah,
is
so
called.
just send me like $200 and I'll. What's up? I'm drunk. What up?
But did you see Sons of Anarchy? Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember
You remember?
the Mexican biker gang leader?
Shit, who played the leader in that? That was so long ago.
Oh fuck! What was his name now?
Umberto,
But
no.
Mayans was the biker gang.
Yeah, I remember Mayans, but I don't
Uh,
remember who the boss was.
But a client of
okay.
mine was like the biggest fan, and
Mhm.
she got him to sing "Happy Birthday" to her. Like her
What?
friends got together, and then
Pitched in?
they pay him like, I don't know, $30 or something, and then he
What?
just sends a
Just $30?
personalized, like, it's just a minute.
Yeah.
But her getting that, like, she bawled her eyes out. It was the biggest thing ever. And I think they had the same birthday as well, so it just made it more special. But like a fun little extra thing that you can do nowadays that
Mhm.
like we could never get when we were kids. Like, just go that extra mile,
I think
people.
somewhere in my stuff, I should have a signed Jackie Chan photograph.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
don't even know if
think
he
I
did
remember.
sign,
Probably-
if he signed it
probably
or
you're
if
dead.
it was, because it was from the Jackie Chan fan club.
Yeah.
I sent him like one of those like, oh, big fan thing, and I got this letter with the signed photo.
Awesome.
So
Yeah. Well, like you should know if you had that.
no, but I just
I know you and material things are not really a material girl, but
no, I know I have it somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Like if I still have it, like if I put it between a book or something, I don't know. Like
one
where
day,
the fuck would I
one
keep
day you'll find it.
I might have accidentally thrown it away, and maybe I don't know. Like I don't
Oh,
remember.
that's horrible. Poor Jackie.
I don't really care.
All that time and effort into that signature.
I have my doubts.
Hey, caramba. Sticking with Spanish, I guess.
Yes. Spanish bumblebee guy.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So I mean, we've talked.
No, I think we've covered most of the things that I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
Like if you have an awesome art store, like if you know or like a person that like likes to spend his money there, like you can't go wrong with like a gift card.
No.
Because my wife got me like 1,500 at Penn Store. Like that's how much I spend at Penn Store every time I go.
Yeah, but that's actually
Whether I need to or
like
not.
that's not a lot.
That's what I thought as well. I was like, that's a standard purchase at Penn Store when you don't need anything.
That's the thing. Yeah.
When you don't need anything at Penn Store, it's at least $150.
It is. But yeah, that also works for tattoos, not to just keep selling myself.
Smart.
But
Keep
yes.
selling yourself because
Yes.
that's next week's episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, you can get a gift certificate for tattoos at every tattoo shop.
Mhm.
And that's always a really cool gift if you know that the person is looking to get a tattoo. You don't have to pay for the whole thing, but just like a little amount to help them along the way.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And we really appreciate it as tattoo artists. So yes, please give us money. Money is...
Exactly. I like
Money,
money,
please.
too. I don't tattoo, but
Yeah,
I
if you
want
want to give
money
Ilias
too.
money, just, swish him.
swish them, which means nothing to everyone outside of Sweden.
That is also true.
But it's basically like, shit, I don't remember
Like a
what their
PayPal,
money.
more or less.
Yeah, basically. But
Like simplified
no,
version.
but they have
Oh, yeah.
the equivalent of Swish
I
there
think
as well.
like every country has that. now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just don't know what it's
Yeah.
called.
You send money to people.
Yeah, send money to people, basically super easy.
Yeah.
Like without the bank thing. Fuck it.
Ilias brain, no working
Brain, no worky.
Yeah.
We've used the brain too much.
now. Yeah. No, I really hope you guys got something out of this
Yeah.
episode. It was a lot of fun just to talk material things.
Mhm.
And we want all of these things, of course.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And like even to this day, I think if someone got me like a how to draw book,
Yeah.
I'd
be
still intrigued. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if it has breakdowns, that aren't maybe my way of doing it.
Yeah.
I think we had, what was her name? Samantha, some lady worked at Disney, something. She did. I have her art book, and it has some really cool breakdowns of, why didn't I look that up? Like, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I never look in art books.
Yeah.
And this one was expensive. Thankfully, she came here through King, so I didn't have to. I was like, Samantha Fox? Like, that's not her name. That's not her name. But it's just like, it's good. It's like someone sharing, their way of doing something.
Yeah.
And if you're like low on cash and you've listened this fucking far, putting like if you're an artist and you're like helping or giving something to your kids, maybe just a playlist on YouTube is enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't have a lot of money, you can still do something special.
Yeah.
You could have like a couple of simple ways, like how to draw a character.
Mm-hmm.
You collect the best videos you can find on YouTube. That's enough.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's a great
just
idea.
to keep it super cheap.
Yeah.
Keep it free, basically.
Yeah, but that's still your time. Like,
Yeah,
there.
you're exactly, because I think the problem that most people have is when they come to me and they're like, please make a tutorial on how to draw characters. I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, there's a lot of them. But
Yeah.
that's the problem. There's a lot of them.
Exactly.
So if you can sort of like take out the noise for someone.
Yeah.
And like, here's
Focus
your
them.
course. Yeah. Like, this is how you use Procreate Video from, you know, you collected a couple ones or anything to simplify the thinking. Because when you're about to learn, it feels like an ocean, you know?
Yeah.
And if someone can just denoise that for you.
Or hand you some swim trunks.
Dude, yes. Just like it can make all the difference. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Final tip. Maybe the only good thing we've said.
Yeah, most likely. That's always what we do.
And no one's left. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
chirp. Yeah.
Yeah, but now we need to go outside and shoot some bullseyes because
I need
Robert has
I need
not.
to get at least one today. Otherwise,
I've gotten 4.
yeah, good for you, whore.
No, 4.
Yeah, whore. I get it.
You
Yeah.
get it.
All right, motherfuckers.
What up? I mean, goodbye.
Whatever you said.